I've got quite a few things to do, so I'm going to get this set up. Well, I'm pretty much set up. I'm baking bread, I'm making laundry soap, and then I'm peeling vegetables for tonight's supper. So let's get it on. Now let me just pause this. There. There we go. Now, first things first, I want to show you guys how I do my bread. I don't know if you can see this or not, but here we go. I wipe my table down, my island down, and then I put this on it. This has been covering, it's like, oh, a damp surface. Okay, now this has been sitting, I don't know if it's overnight or since this morning, but this is 2 to 3 cups of flour, a teaspoon of yeast, a teaspoon of sugar, and just some water that I whisked in. And I just put this mat over it and let it rise. Okay. Now, normally, I really want to do this by hand for you folks, but I can't, okay? My hands are just in rough shape. So there's some flour, some egg powder, some instant milk powder. You can use wet milk if you want. This just makes a really nice, soft bread. A little bit of salt. Okay, about a teaspoon. And then I'm going to dump some more flour in here, and I'm going to put this on Sam. I think that might be just the right amount of flour there. Bread is not rocket science, folks. It really isn't. Let's see if I can just swing you guys around so you can see a little bit better. Oi. Oi. Oh, we're going to put our, whoops, lift our bowl up. Never higher than 2 on your KitchenAid. I'm going to get my pans ready here, folks. Well, this looks like we need some more liquid. See how that does. How are we doing? Now, you should never really add liquid. Should never really add liquid. You should always add more dry, but I never thought to add more liquid in the beginning, so my mistake. Well, we'll do the best we can. This is all shoved into the center and onto the dough hook like that, and that should work actually quite a bit better. There we go. Yeah, you know what I'm going to do? We're going to do this on the table. Because I don't trust the dough hook to do this properly. So, let's get on over here. I can't see the chat just this second. So, let's move some of this stuff out of the way. Oh. All right, where's my dough scraper? Here's my dough scraper. Gracie, there's nothing there for you. All right. Now, can you guys all see okay? Oh. Oh. All right. I'm not so sure about how this bread's going to do, guys. We'll see. We will see. Hey, how's everybody doing? I see Linda Bopp, Sherry Leach, Trudy W. All right. Let's get this out of the bowl. Onto the mat. And we're just going to have to start working this dough with our hands because I should have put more liquid in it in the beginning. And here's something else I should have put in it. A little bit of olive oil. See, you really, if this turns out, this will prove my point that you really can't overwork bread dough. You really can't. I have to stand up for this, guys. Alrighty. You just bring it over. Whoops. Just bring it over. And you just keep kneading until it's smooth and elastic, which this is not at the moment. Well, I'm here a little bit early anyway. Well, no, it's 12:30 now, but I came in a little bit early. This is a lot of work. I didn't want to do it by hand for this very reason. I hope it rises. Hey, Tina, Kathy, Janice, Stacy, hi. We're almost there. Okay. Now, I don't know if this is going to be too much for the big pan. We're just going to roll this out. See how it's getting nice and smooth and elastic. Okay. And I'm just going to lift up my mat, cover that, and then slip it back in the oven. There is no light on in the oven or anything. Oh. Alrighty. That's the bread organized. Right. Okay. Alrighty. Where the hell's my cheese grater? front of me, for God's sake. Right in front of me. All right, I'm taking my apron off. Uh-oh, what happened to my chat here? What happened to my chat? There we go. There, all right. All right, it's time to make laundry soap, and I gotta sit. Oh, oh, oh. I gotta get my other glasses on too for the chat. Bear with me a few more minutes, folks. Life with the Wolfies, you'll be getting a live this afternoon before my Patreon stream. Glasses. Oh. And I'm going to put my kettle on with boiling water so I can get my stuff started. Glasses. God, it's hot in here today. And I gotta fill this bucket with hot water. Here's our soap, our washing soda, and our borax. This is about half full. I will be topping it up later. Oh my goodness. Now, where did it... Oh, did your pet finally cross over there, Waldo? I don't know what is going on over here. There we go. Oh. All right. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry, folks. It must be a really mild day. Now I'm going to, you know how I have my washing soda in here? Well, I'm going to put my borax in another. Just so that I don't have to deal with things getting hard. Natural detergent booster and deodorizer. Now, I don't use as much washing soda. Well, they have a Ziploc bag here, but I don't use as much borax as I do washing soda. Because borax is really hard on elastic. Where's the bottle? Okay, I'll put that over there. So now I have my borax tub and my washing soda tub. And now I'm going to grate soap. Do you need to see my hands or do you need to see me? Oh, sorry, folks. Hey, how's it going? I know, I'm really excited about the new canner. What's that on there? Must have bumped the butter with it. Okay, I'm going to grate my soap on the smallest side. You can't see the keyboard. Oh, honey. Well, you know what? At least that pet is no longer suffering. There's nothing more upsetting than watching anything or anyone suffer. Okay? How do you get your snowballs to stay round? You roll them round. And you cook them at a lower temperature so they don't spread. Now, I'm using the smallest Gracie Mummy's grating soap, not cheese. Jumping Jehoshaphat's. Oh! I'm sorry for your loss, Waldo, but I'm also grateful for you that you don't have to go suffer with, your pet anymore, right? There we go. Oops. Now I need to see my chat. There we go. You cook them at a lower temperature. Now, I'm grating my soap at this really, really fine side just to make sure that it melts better. Gracie, this isn't cheese, honestly. Alfonso Cimental? Colorado, hi. This is my cedar scented soap. I have the pig is going into the butcher on Sunday. And that means in a couple of weeks, I will have all my lard and pork trimmings and all that other stuff. Let her smell the soap. Here, Grace. See? You don't want that. Yuck. Yeah. Yeah, see? It's a strong scent to make you sneeze. Alfonso, well, I'm glad to hear you've been here for over a year. It takes me a while to get to know everybody, eh? It takes a lot of hanging out together. Okay. Ouch. Ooh, that was a piece of my fingernail. Glad it didn't end up in the soap. So how's everybody doing today? I'm not, after this, I got to peel vegetables for supper tonight and just leave them in the water. That way they're done and out of my way. We're just having our carrots and our buttered garlic carrots and potatoes tonight with some leeks and stuff. It's a real good treat for us. Made turkey soup, yum. right, Kathy. Ace. Now, I always think I'm getting this wrong. Acevedo? Or is it Acevedo? Acevedo. Sounds almost Italian. Oh, awesome, Tina. I have not got to the winner's emails yet. Oh my gosh. And any big pieces, I'm just going to throw into the bottom of the bucket to slowly dissolve over time, because they will. Okay. Boom. Now, oh, look at Gracie. Oh. I'm just gonna, this is why I make these so small. I'll show you in a minute. You can do this on the stove if you want. Oops. You can do this on the stove if you want, but if you grate it really fine and add boiling water, this should do just nicely. Be careful, this is boiling water. And we just want to dissolve that soap up in there. See how easy that dissolves? Oh, oh. Now, just keep dissolving. Now, I've only got half a bucket in here. Let me see if I can get you guys up a little higher so you can see what I'm doing. Is that a good drink of water, Gracie? Okay, is that better? All right. Now, I'm going to add, now this washing soda isn't really broken up, but I'm going to add a cup of washing soda to this. I have another box, but and a half a cup of borax. And we want the washing soda to be dissolved. We got to use these chunks up first. We want these broken up. This is why I'm using the spot. Ow! That was really hot. Well, that's right. Washing soda will eventually dissolve just like the larger pieces of soap. And now we're going to add our soap in there. I'm going to rinse this out with hot water. This is already thickening up, folks. That's why I'm going to add more water. Tweedledee, tweedledee. Okay. Use this to rinse, use some water to rinse this out. Howie will be using the Tide for his work clothes. It doesn't bother him at all. Oh. It may be Tide Light, but it's still, even after washing and an extra rinse, you can still smell the perfume. They say there's no heavy perfumes, but it's still too heavy for me. Oh my goodness. And there, oh, there is my laundry soap. I'm going to wash this pot out, and I'm going to put this in the bathroom, and I'm going to wash this pot out, and I'm going to peel some carrots and potatoes, and that'll be my live stream for today. Oh, give me a minute. Oh, oh. Oh. Alrighty, sorry about the gaps in between here, folks. Okay, let's get this stuff put away. In this pot. I'm going to put my borax and my washing soda back in the pantry. Oh, goodness. Alrighty. Oh. You know that pot's clean. Okay. There's no pantry pull meal tonight. It's just fried pork chops. Okay, let's go down here. Oh. Now, hey everybody. Oof. Oh. Laundry soap's made. Bread is rising. Oh. There's a bag. Howie's shirts came in. I'll use this for no holes in it. Good. Yes, Gracie, that's your food. You're not getting anything else. I need a cutting board. Oh. Oh. All right, what did I miss? Well, thank you. I usually save this for the fall, but I have been rather busy. So I'm just peeling potatoes and carrots for tonight's supper is all, so I can sit down and visit with you just a little bit more. Hey! The Mrs. Jamer! Biddy Boo Brown! Linda Betty Boo Bop! Waldo! Jug of soap made from dissolved pods. Really? Well, it's the pods and the chemicals that not necessarily so much the chemicals, but the perfumes and stuff, right? Ooh, gonna get another meal out of those carrots. So, we need the numbers to go up. So I'm just cutting the ends off the carrots and I'm going to peel them. Gracie, there's nothing here for you. Honestly. Isn't my canner beautiful? I can't wait till my meat gets here so I can start canning. My pork is probably going to come before the beef, but I will be waiting until I get the beef so that I can cook and can pork and beef together. My body isn't as fond of pork as I would like it to be. So, keeper of the homestead. I haven't used store-bought commercial deodorant in years. No, I don't use deodorant. I don't use deodorant at all. Deodorant and antiperspirant are different. Does anybody know the difference between deodorant and antiperspirant? Do I ever hear from Jane-O? Now and again. I tried to call, but the call got dropped, so I'm going to try again soon. What's going on? I had corned beef and radishes in the crock pot. Corned beef and radishes? Really? I've never heard of that. That's right, Tina. Antiperspirant stops you from sweating. And your body sweats for a reason. Also, most antiperspirants have aluminum in them. People aren't going to like to hear what I have to say about deodorant, but you know what the best deodorant in the world is? Armpit hair. If you're shaving your armpits, now if the carrot is this big, I will slice this down the middle. Your hair under your armpits sticks out of your armpit and it wicks moisture away. Doesn't necessarily prevent smell, but then proper hygiene does. Antiperspirant, your body is meant to sweat. That's how it cools itself off. That's also how it clears the pores of toxins and things. So to not sweat is not a good idea. especially in your armpits, okay? Deodorant is just to cover the odor. I use neither. And I just make sure I don't shave my, I'm sorry, but I don't shave my armpits. For the simple reason is the moment I shave them, there is no wick for the moisture to get away. The hair's not there for the moisture to act like there's no hair there to act like a wick to evaporate the moisture away. All right? So the sweat just pools in your armpits and makes horrendous odor. Okay? So I have not used deodorant or any perspirant of any kind for years. I think the last time I gave myself a little spray was for a wedding I went to, and then I showered immediately after I got home. Because I don't want the antiperspirant clogging my pores. Baking soda. That works too. So you can mix baking soda and arrowroot powder, and that will work too. But then you get the flaky white stuff, right? So, unfortunately, it doesn't work if you're wearing a little black dress. But that's just the way it is. I use coconut oil and mix baking soda into it to make my own when I'm going in public places. Wow! That's really good, Jennifer. That's a great idea. Hey, Stephen! My skin is sensitive to baking soda. I use arrowroot powder. There you go. There you go. Oh. So, how are you, Stephen? I'm having spray bottle of lemon juice. Keeps mosquitoes away. There you go. I mean, there's all kinds of natural things. You can buy that mosquito plant. There is a mosquito plant. And all you have to do is put it by your front door. Grow it near your front door and keep the mosquitoes away. Right? Spray bottle of lemon juice. Haha, no spray your pits. I don't understand that. Dang skeeters, they will carry a person off. Yeah, and you know what's really weird is I have family in Prince Edward Island. And about 8 years ago, they said that all the bats on Prince Edward Island had succumbed to a some kind of nose fungus or something, and they all died. Or they, and what happened was the result of that was a horrendous mosquito population. And what I've noticed is I used to be able to go out in the pool just in the evening, and you would see the bats diving. But I haven't seen bats in a couple of years. So I'm really worried about that. But been resting up, working on the house. What are you working at? Oh! There are so many varieties of mosquitoes that whatever is here you eat will eat you alive. Nothing repels them. Wow. Now I'm on the potatoes. Well, bats are really good. I've been wanting to make a bat house for the back of the house under the peak for a long time. I just haven't had the time or the energy. What are you doing, Gracie? You silly girl. You're a silly girl. Okay. Well, people should be putting up bat houses to encourage them. Now, I'm putting these potatoes and carrots in water, but this is basically the rinse water. And all I'm going to do is boil them till they're fork tender, strain them, add butter or olive oil, butter, well, before I strain them, I drop some leeks and chives into the boiling water, and then I strain them, and then I put butter in the pot with some garlic powder and salt and pepper, and then I dump the potatoes and carrots back in, and then use a spatula to scrape out the chives and the dried leeks, and I dump it all back in the pot, and I sear it all in that seasoned butter. Canadian Tire sells back box houses. Most bats were mostly wiped out here. Where's that? Where is here again, Jennifer? Well, there's, you know, you want to put them on the sunset side of the house, right? Because as the sun starts, you want them in the shade all day, because they basically, you know, they sleep all day hanging inside the bat house. So the other side of my house, the west side of my house, is the best time because, well, it's northwest. Southwest? Southwest. Anyway, they will, just as the sun's going down, they'll feel the sun going off of their house, and then they'll start coming out when it starts to cool down and the sun goes off their house. And they eat their weight. Each bat eats its weight at least every night in mosquitoes and bugs and stuff, flying insects. So, you know, good thing to have. I grew leeks last year for the first time. I have 2-gallon bags chopped in the freezer. Oh yeah, absolutely, Mrs. Zemger. Jamer! You're in New Brunswick. Okay, yeah, because it was PEI that had the problem. This was, I don't know, 7-8 years ago. I just know because my cousin and his wife were here for a visit. And they said it was so nice to sit out at night. They couldn't even sit out in the day. The mosquitoes were so bad. So they said it was really nice to be able to sit out. And that's when the pressure pump in the basement died and emptied my entire well into the drain under my subfloor. You want it high up as you can get it, maybe even in a tree. But you don't want it warm all in the sun all day, or they're going to cook in there, aren't they? And that, my friends, is tonight's potatoes and carrots. Oh, maybe I'll do one more potato. Howie loves them. I'm just making I'm peeling potatoes and carrots, and I'm cutting the carrots up in chunks, but they take longer to cook than potatoes. So you want them slightly smaller than the potato chunks. And then I just boil them together later. And I drain them, and I season and put seasoned butter in the pot. Get it hot and snapping. And then I dump all my vegetables back in, give it a quick sear, parsley, chives, all that fun stuff. And that's our carrot boiled. The only reason I'm doing it more often is right now is because I had these carrots were 3 pounds and they were on sale for $1. So I'm using up my fresh stuff because I don't want to just pull stuff out of the pantry when I have fresh that needs to be used up, right? Anyway, sorry, I was reading the chat. Anyway, I'm off to do cards full of seeds to mail out for y'all. My husband has to do the same thing. I'm missing something there. So, thank you for joining me while I got my bread rising, my laundry soap my laundry soap mixed up, and my vegetables for supper. I'm going to sit down and do my email. All right. I love you guys. Take care. We are to this all in under an hour. Take care. God bless, and have an amazing day. All right. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, but we'll see. I love you guys. Don't ever forget that, eh? Whoops. Yeah, I know. I'm undecorating tomorrow. Okay. Uh-oh. What am I doing here? Yeah, I'm sorry you got this look up my nose.